can then reduce the probability of stroke, heart attack, and type 2 diabetes if we take more fruits. The one thing in common with these studies is more fruits. Just something that I thought was kind of interesting. If you take just tart cherry juice, you can reduce the amount of inflammatory markers in your body and muscle pain after you exercise. And these are the flavonoids, and the anthocyanins are phytonutrients we find in many fruits, and they have high anti-inflammatory action, and they work very much like COX-2 inhibitors without all the bad side effects. Use of fruit juice reduces inflammation markers. That's really very important. I asked the question, what's it all about? And the answer is that it's all about something new called phytonutrients, probably new to most of us. We didn't talk about these 15 years ago to any degree at all. Now we're talking about it almost every day, and you hear about it rather regularly. What are they? Well, they're derived from a plant source. They're compounds not needed for the immediate normal function in the body, like a vitamin. These things you can go without for many, many years and still live, but you're starting to build an illness within your body, or an illness capability, an unhealthy system for your body to function in. They enhance immune functioning. They act against viruses and bacteria. More than anything else, they reduce inflammation, and they seem to aid in the prevention and treatment of illnesses. Food processing destroys phytonutrients. If you process food and work with it and demystify it to the point where there's not much food left and it's very easy to store, and that's why they do that, we tend to destroy the phytonutrients. The flash pasteurization, that is pasteurizing something in 15 seconds very quickly, and then at the same time you can also freeze things very quickly right after they are picked, remembering that fruits and vegetables start to deteriorate in terms of their phytonutrient value the second they are picked. So you got to get these within 48 hours or they're not worth much. These are just some names of the phytonutrients and where you get them. You'll notice that the flavonoids are well seen in acai. What's interesting is that the acai is one of the most unique fruits or beans on the face of the earth. It's just extremely interesting. We'll talk a little bit about what it is and what we've got with it. You've got the phenolic acids, resveratrol, and the rest. These are all just names that you can see that fruits have them. The more fruits you eat, the more of these phytonutrients you get. You don't want to just eat bananas every day because you only get one kind of phytonutrient, or maybe several, but not enough. You want a wide variety of them. That's why the product was designed, actually. The acai was found wild in the rainforests of Brazil. Now, wild is now more important than organic. In the old days, 10 years ago, we talked about organic and keeping these things safe from pesticides, but now we're looking at wild. Wild substances, wild animals, and wild plants have to survive a rather rugged environment, and so they develop abilities to kill fungi and bacteria and viruses. And what happens is the phytonutrients are designed in them to kill these substances and ward them off. So we're going to find more phytonutrients, we feel, in substances that are found wild, not processed, not raised on a farm, but found wild. An ORAC score is a score that tells you how much antioxidant capability the substance has. To give you an example, until recently, until we discovered the acai bean, we found out quite surprisingly that the cranberry had the highest ORAC score. This is a score of, it stands for oxygen radical absorbance capacity, and it is a score that sort of tells you this is the best antioxidant, anti-inflammatory substance. We thought that cranberries were, and they were about 85 to 90, depending on who measures them. What's pleasant to know is that the acai has a score a little over 1,000. So we're talking something about 10 or 12 times more antioxidant activity and anti-inflammatory capability than anything else we've ever found. And this is only found so far in the rainforests of Brazil. And there's so much of it, it's incredible. There's an endless supply.